Hi Leo, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Leo, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they speak to you. With that said, if you are a continued subby, you know I love you for it. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So your key to the week this week is the Chariot card. Yes, it's victory and success, but sometimes that victory and success is over a part of ourselves that we have been wrestling with. I know for a lot of Leo people, especially ascendant Leos, there's been this feeling of like, ugh, where is my mojo? Mojo, where are you? Come back. Right, and this week you get it all back. What I said to Aries about this though is because obviously Mars is moving into the sign, Mars is now actually in the sign of Leo. And, you know, Mars does much better work there than he does in Cancer. We know this. But you don't want it, like, you know, when your wheels are spinning really, really fast and then they finally get on land and it's like, you know, you don't want to spin your wheels, right? So as your mojo and your energy starts to come back, don't just throw it all out in one big burst. Find a way to control that energy, all right? For your actions and options this week, you've got the 10 of Pentacles. Very focused on the home at the moment. Very focused on the home, the dwelling, the place that you live in, but also very focused on your money, right? This week, your finances and your money seem to be very much to the fore. How do I improve the finances? How do I make more money? How do I get more money? Well, look at this. There could be an opportunity that shapes up for you this week that assists you in getting that more money. There's a sense here as well that you're crossing a threshold. Maybe your earning potential goes up, maybe your pay bracket changes, maybe an opportunity to get ahead when it comes to work or to make more money shows up for you. And this will be in response to, remember the Chariot card, that victory and success that it talks about, it's usually in response to something that you've had to win. So it does always suggest that there have been challenges, that there have been battles of some kind. This tells me that in a lot of ways, whatever it is that shows up for you on that financial level this week, it is something that you've definitely earned. Now, the other thing with the 10 of Pentacles, this can sometimes literally represent your actual physical body. If you have been lacking in energy, if you've found it really hard to, you know, to get your get up and go, this week you get it all back, all right? Which is great. I'm really happy to hear this myself. For your communications and conversations, you have the 9 of Cups. This is beautiful. I mean, wow. It's so nice to finally be able to give the Leo some good news. The fixed signs are in the process of being smashed this week, this year, right? Because of obviously the Saturn and Uranus square that's taking place between Aquarius and Taurus, right? So all the fixed signs in some way, shape or form this year will be feeling that intensity. Now, what's really evident here with this 9 of Cups is the communications and the responses that you get from people will absolutely be there this week. So, you know, for some of you, this could be a week where maybe something that you post goes viral. This could be a week where maybe the message that you've been trying to get out there for the longest time finally takes off. There's a sense here as well, whatever you put out into the world will do very well this week. Like you're received really well. And the funny thing about it is that might lead to a little bit of frustration. Chariot card definitely can suggest frustration in its more unconscious energy. And the reason being, it's like, I've been working so hard for such a long time. Why is it now? What have I done differently now that I haven't done previously? And here's the thing that's really going to bake your noodle. Nothing. You're not doing anything differently. It's just that people are actually ready for whatever you're delivering at this time, whatever you're bringing to the world, the way that you're saying it, the way that you're presenting it. Now it fits. Whatever you've been doing hasn't been bad. It's not been wrong. It's just that people weren't in the space to receive whatever it is that you put out into the world like they are now. So, you know, don't get into that whole cut your nose off, spite your face business, because it's just a waste of time and energy. For those of you that work for somebody else, Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, right? So what is it that you've wanted? Like, have you applied for a new position? Have you asked for a pay rise? Like, whatever it is that you've put out into the world, the Nine of Cups suggests that this week it comes back to you. Like, finally, the hard work has paid off. You know, maybe you studied something ad nauseum and you were like, I'm never going to pass this test. And then all of a sudden, boom, straight away, you're right, with flying colors. For those of you that work for yourselves, business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, again, the way that you are received this week is better and brighter than you've been received in a long time. It also suggests as well that when it comes to what you're putting out into the world, there is a sense that you've wanted more recognition, that you've needed to be, you know, we're Leos and I'm a Leo ascendant, right? As many of you know, and maybe there's something that you've wanted, maybe there's something that you've needed, maybe you have just wanted some sort of validation that actually, you know, just tell me, is what I'm doing okay? Is it working? Because it feels like it hasn't for a long time. Well, this week you could have that realization of, yes, it is absolutely working. For those of you that are retired or no longer working, this week it does look like you're very focused on your health. It looks like you're really focused on your health, your healing, your body. And it's not like this is in response to, oh my gosh, I've been so ill or anything like that. It's just, you know what? I need to make myself better. I want to be more healthy. I want to be like, you're really paying attention to looking after yourself, which is great. For your money and materials, you have the 10 of Wands. So what do we say when we see two tens? Two tens in the tarot or in a single tarot spread represents the energy of change. So this does suggest that something is about to shift in your money, something is about to shift in your finances, in your resources, the money that you have access to, the resources that are flowing into you. There's an upswing this week. There is, you know, maybe even whatever it is that shows up for you this week, it looks like it's here to stay. All right. The thing is, you are going to have to think about how you sustain that. Remember, the 10 of Wands can be about the release of burdens as well. So for some of you, you could be clearing a debt this week. You know, who doesn't want to fulfill that? You know, who doesn't want that wish fulfilled if you have any? I myself strive not to have any. This is a pact I made with myself 3 years ago, and I'm doing pretty well with it so far. But yeah, that 10 of Wands, you could be paying a debt, you could be clearing a debt could be forgiven for you this week. Definitely possible, but there's something about you that is enhancing, or whatever you're doing in your professional sphere, that is enhancing your money or your earning potential. And it does suggest that there is a big change on the horizon when it comes to those things. For your physical health and vitality, this is your butt, your hammies, your quadriceps, like all of that sort of lower area, your lower back as well, interestingly enough, because we're talking about money and finances. And you know, there's a sense here though, because of that 9 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, I don't think there's any worries or challenges about money this week. I actually feel like it's kind of like, okay, all of this has come in now, and how do I sustain that? So not a bad thing at all. When it comes to the home and environment, it looks like some of you are on your travels this week, whether this is, you know, going to a retreat of some sort, maybe you're going to stay with friends, maybe you're taking a short break of some yeah, that works. That absolutely works. Yeah, maybe you're taking a short break of some sort. Sorry, I had a little moment where I was like, yeah, okay, cool. For the love and relations, we have the Lovers card. This is a great week for love. This is a great week to meet someone. This is a great week to connect with someone. This is a great week to connect with several someones, should you desire. Remember, the Lovers card always says that there are options, that there are choices. But seriously, for those of you that are single, if you've been feeling a little bit like, and I said this to someone recently, so everyone's been talking about, like, in the astrology world, it's like, oh, you know, and love for Leos and relationships, and I'm like, listen, I'm out here suffering a drought, so I don't know what you people are talking about, like. Not for TMI, but seriously, like, really, where are all these options available? But this week it looks like they could actually start showing up, which I'm really excited about. You know, for those of you that are partnered or in relationships or married already, look at this, right? The perseverance that you've shown in your relationship, the dedication that you've shown to your partner, the dedication that you've shown to your relationship itself. This week it pays off. This week you see the results of the hard work that you, and quite frankly your partner, have put in. Where you have really worked on your marriage, where you've really done the work on bettering your relationship, this week you see some really concrete results, and it's really nice to give you some good news finally after weeks of just, you know, doom and gloom, right? With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.